Stop. The reason you are losing gunfights is not because of your sensitivity, it's not because of your aim, and it's certainly not because of what weapon you're using. It's actually something that's been staring you in the face the whole time. Welcome to the channel. If you're new around here, this is the Steady Aim Gaming channel. I am the Steady Aim Gamer. I post 1 to 2 videos on this channel a week and I live stream every day. So be sure to like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So guys, the magic tip I have for you today is centering. Yes guys, it's a tip you've probably heard before, but you're gonna hear it again because it is so foundational and it's something that I have struggled with up until very recently that I've worked quite hard on to fix, and I'm gonna show you how to do it and why you should do it as well. So first I'm gonna need you guys to go into the settings or the interface and you're gonna go to gameplay HUD. Okay, go to your crosshair dot, press show more. Change your crosshair dot to larger or largest. Okay, I prefer largest just because it helps me to keep this whole message in the back of my mind. So, centering is one of the most important things for deciding who is going to win or lose the gunfight. Okay, so right now, as you see, the crosshair is pretty much in the center of the screen. Like, you can't really have it perfectly in the center because we are moving and turning and but yeah, it's relatively in the center, chest height. Okay, now the problem that I have had up until recently and millions of players still have currently is it's down here. Okay, doesn't look too dramatic, right? But it's down here. So players are running around like this, not ready for a fight, and then when, oh, I see someone, you see that? They've lost the gunfight already. Because look at this. You first have to lift the gun up and then ADS. And if you are playing in a ranked lobby, I mean, it's over. You have lost that gunfight before the first bullet was fired. And more often than not, the first bullet is not going to come from you. So how do we fix this? Okay, well, first the obvious one is to keep your gun up. But how do we do this the majority of the time in every single game? So what's helped me is doing this. Jumping into a private match with just yourself and or bots and running around. The whole purpose of this is to focus on that center dot. You want to keep it in the middle or relatively in that area. Just not on the road, not on the ground. We can't have that, guys. So we're going to need to keep it here. Practice your sliding, like your sliding and slide cancelling and whatever YYing or movement tech you guys are into. And just run around. That's all you're going to do. And you can shoot these things, whatever map you want. You see the difference over there. Even on the video of what I just did there. That as soon as I came in here, I'm already locked onto center mass. Just because my gun is up. Versus down here, I would have to adjust. Boom. I might still win the gunfight. Just because I can shoot relatively straight. But if the other guy is as good or better than me, you're probably not going to win. So jumping into a private match, empty map, and just doing this will help your game tremendously, guys. Do not take this for granted. I really, really mean it. That before every session, if you guys have joined my streams, I always jump into a private match and then shoot bots. That is recommended just because it'll get you warmed up to your base level of where you usually play, and it's good for getting everything firing. But for this specific problem, I don't think you need bots. I just think you literally need to run around for like 5 or 10 minutes for real, and then jump into a server with bots and then practice your shooting and your nade spots and all the stuff that's actually going to help you in ranked or multiplayer. But for this specific purpose, it's just keeping the center dot as the main focus, okay? Don't worry too much about your ADSing and your sliding. It's just focus on this dot. And Nuketown is a really good map to actually do this because there are these mannequins around the map. You don't need to shoot. You can just see the difference. So when I'm ready, boom. Let's just do that. Like, let's say, how would I? Okay. Let's say I was running from this corner right here. I'm running, jump, boom. Ready for the fight. Whereas, look at this. If I was like this, oh, gone. Absolutely gone. Like, you are finished if that's how you are approaching a gunfight. And I will be honest and say that, okay, most players are not running like this. It's usually like here, which doesn't look like too much of a difference, but you still need to look at, you still need to lift just to get onto that, you know, chest neck area. So for me personally, it has been an issue. And I mean, I've still done well in multiplayer, you know, relatively well. I mean, I'm most of the time in the top 3 and I have positive KD and stuff in most games. Obviously, some games are outliers, but you won't notice it that much, I think, in multiplayer just because the skill level is not as like intense as rank play. But rank play will show you very quickly what your weaknesses are just because you are playing against players that are just better than you and doing the fundamentals correctly. So the only way you can get onto their level and better and reach your true potential, actually, guys, like, just because you're struggling with this issue doesn't mean that it can't be fixed and you can't take your game to the next level, okay? Because you can. You don't know what kind of player you really are until you fix foundational issues, and this is one of the biggest foundational issues and something that I have, like I just mentioned, struggled with, and I think I've pretty much corrected it, and I have seen a massive improvement in my game. Truly, you win so many more fights. It's you don't really believe that it can make such a difference until you see it make a difference, is the best way I can put it. But yeah, guys, that's it for today's video. I just really wanted to get this point across to you. Do not take it for granted. I know it's not a flashy, you know, movement setting or, you know, something that you can physically just switch on and then all of a sudden you better, you know, you're going to be iridescent, top 250, you know. I mean, it doesn't work like that. This is something, if you are serious about getting better at this game, you need to practice. You need to practice working on your issues. And this is a really, I think, a very good way to correct this. You'll notice it. For me, I noticed it within one or two games after doing this. Running in a private game, just focusing on it when it's fresh in your mind. Jump into a game, whether it be pubs or ranked, and just have a go. You'll see. But yeah, guys, that's it for today's video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Join the streams. I'm live every single day. It would be really cool if you guys could drop in and say hi. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.